Gina Carano got some excellent news in regards to her lawsuit against Disney, the one that Elon Musk is helping her fund. And it is exciting, it is epic, and it is at least a step in the right direction. Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side. Hi everyone, my name is Jacob Airy. Welcome to the Studio Jake Vidcast, where I talk about all things pop culture. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, ring that little bell so you get notifications when I post a new video, especially on days like today. And don't forget to become a channel member. All right. Disney has tried to humiliate Gina Carano, who famously played Cara Dune in the first two seasons of The Mandalorian. She has made appearances in other action films. She has been in the Fast and Furious franchise. She was in the first Deadpool, and she was unceremoniously and unfairly fired from Disney over jokes. It's just a joke, bro. That's what we always hear. Shane Dawson can be as perverted as he wants, and he can say, "Oh, it's just a joke, bro," and all his little fanboys are come. Gina Carano puts beep, bop, boop in the pronoun section of her Twitter, now X profile, and the whole world loses its mind over that. It's so stupid and dumb. Then she shares sort of this historical graphic that makes no mention of any sort of religion or gender or race or ethnicity, nothing. And it's just about warning people about what happened to certain people, and she got fired. So, like I said, thanks to Elon Musk, she has finally sued Disney for the unfairness of it. Disney, in this pathetic move, had filed a motion to dismiss. Turns out the judge was fair and denied that request. So this is directly from Gina Carano's X profile. The court denies defendant's motion. I am moved to tears. After a brutal 3.5 years, I am being given the opportunity to move forward in the court of law before the judge and my peers to clear my name. I am so grateful for this opportunity. What happened to me was unacceptable, absurd, and abusive, among other things. It should not have happened to me, and it should not happen to anyone else moving forward. Let it stop here. I quite literally fought to get where I got to in my career through intense ups and downs, and I'll keep up that fight to continue doing what I love. I appreciate all of you who stood by me and defended me, and I am so sorry that similar situations have happened to some of you. I want you to know that I see you and I stand with you. Thanks to Elon Musk, a man I have never even met who so graciously gave me a fighting chance. Thank you for standing for justice for all of humanity. May God bless you and your family for years to come because He has chosen you for such a time as this. Below is an interview I did with Ben Shapiro 3.5 years ago, February 2021, at my lowest point. I was wounded and in so much pain, but I feel that pain lifting now. I pray for justice to shine through this case. It's been one heck of a life. I am looking forward to getting back to the art of storytelling and doing my part to help the world heal. Thank you all. I'm sure it will be quite a battle ahead, but God's given me the ability to make some punches and give some back. My feet are on solid ground. Imagine what your voice can do. And then she puts embedded in the X post, she puts a video from her interview with Ben Shapiro for his one of his talk shows that he does, and then also the judge's order, which says, in sum, defendants have failed to set forth an impenetrable defense under the First Amendment. Cites a court case. According for the foregoing reasons, the court denies defendant's motion, and it's signed by the judge. This is fantastic news for Gina Carano, for her fans like me who have been with her ever since Walt Disney decided to play politics instead of making good shows. What she went through was inexcusable. Some Hollywood elitist thinks they get to tell someone as talented as Gina Carano that they can't have free speech. She didn't say anything wrong or bad. She made no comments that were untoward. She made no crude jokes. She didn't laugh a as as her partner or her co-star said. I wish that an assassin hadn't missed the president. She didn't do anything like that. She made a joke about pronouns, and then she posted a historical graphic. It's absolutely disgusting that Disney did that to her, and now she has a fighting chance to move forward and hopefully get a result where she comes out on top. Disney was unfair, they were evil, and the fact that they tried to hide behind the First Amendment, what they fired her over, they fired her because they said that she doesn't have free speech, and then they tried to use the First Amendment to get the case dismissed. It was hypocritical and was disgusting, and right up Kathleen Kennedy's alley. Yeah, she's going to hire Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant to push a show, Leslie Headland, and even let Leslie Headland cast her witch wife into said show, but they're not going to let Gina Carano make a little joke about pronouns in bio and sharing a historical graph that had nothing offensive in it. It's absolutely dumb and disgusting that Disney went down this route. I sincerely hope that she takes Disney for whatever they're worth. I hope that she becomes the CEO of Disney, or when this lawsuit is finished, Elon Musk buys Disney and then gives her her own show. It doesn't have to be Star Wars, but give her her own show. She deserves it. And I would just like to say that I've heard from behind the scenes that Jon Favreau was very angered that Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Chapek and Bob Iger later betrayed him because he handpicked Gina Carano for the role in The Mandalorian, and she was great in it. Now, I will admit the episode she was in, I didn't care for it. I say that in my review, but I loved her, and she was a perfect example of a strong female character, but because she wasn't a lame and gay chick, they decided to fire her, and it was so disastrous. All that goodwill they got from the season finale of season 2 of The Mandalorian with the return of Luke Skywalker was just flushed down the toilet. And I honestly think that with real Star Wars fans, those of us who love the original trilogy, the prequels, as well as the other stuff that George Lucas has worked on, expanded universe as well, those of us who are real fans, it's going to be a long road for Star Wars to win us back. As long as Kathleen Kennedy is there, I don't think it's going to happen. We keep hearing rumors that she's going to get fired, but she somehow keeps getting her contract extended. It's just embarrassing that after all the mistakes she has made, she is still there. I wouldn't be surprised right now, since this lawsuit is moving forward, if Bob Iger isn't finally taking notice, because what else is there, right? It's ever since he put Kathleen Kennedy, and no, don't tell me she was handpicked by George Lucas. She was not. She was handpicked by Bob Iger and his old buddy Steven Spielberg. Remember, she was basically a coffee fetcher for Steven Spielberg. Later, she kind of moved on into a producer role, but she was not prepared. She didn't want to honor George Lucas's legacy. She wanted to rebrand Star Wars in her own image, and it ended up harming Gina Carano in truly horrible ways. And I'm so glad that Gina Carano has had her day in court. That day in court is going to move forward. Now, we still don't know what's going to happen. They have to go through discovery. They have to get a jury. Now, Elon Musk has deep pockets. So does Disney. Disney may try to take this to trial and push it even further, but who knows? Maybe they'll want to settle. But I have a feeling that Gina Carano is not going to want to settle unless she gets some sort of apology, which she is owed, by the way. I really hope that it all works out for her. The final thing I want to say is, Gina Carano, if you're watching, I have been following your story ever since you were cast in The Mandalorian Season 1. I went back and watched some of your other movies. You are fantastic. You are talented. You are good at what you do. And I just think that it is absolutely abhorrent what has happened to you. And I hope that you know your fans are behind you and you have our full support. If you like that video, be sure to give it a like, share it out to all your friends, leave me a comment and tell me what you think, and subscribe. But if you're watching on YouTube, ring that little bell so you get notifications every time I post a new video, and become a channel member where you get all kinds of exclusive perks. I'm really working on building out some good ones. But if you don't want to support me on Big Tech, I don't blame you. Click on the link to my locals community. It's in the description. It's kind of like a Patreon or Subscribe Star. You can give me tips, or you can sign up for monthly subscription. Would really appreciate it. Another way you can support me is by purchasing one of my novels. This is my latest one. It's a fantasy novella, Blessed Child. Look at that amazing artwork. This is the hardcover edition, but you can get it in paperback or ebook, and I would really appreciate it. I'm really trying to get the word out there. This is now my fourth novel, or my fourth release, I should say, and I'm very excited about it. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake.